Yep, you know what time it is. You're an idiot. Let's go. New Orleans Saints. Now, this one shouldn't be surprising to anyone. So we're just going to break down our reasons. So in the offseason, right, this past offseason, I asked my two co-hosts a question. The question was, why did the Saints sign Derek Carr? Should we care? Because everyone knows I'm very opinionated. However, I sometimes need to make sure I understand what I'm looking at first. So I got two very different answers. My man Charlie says, Charlie defends the process. He's not really looking at the specifics. He's not, he tries to leave his opinions on the shelf, and he just tries to look at the facts and defend the process. Frank, on the other hand, very dismissive. No, Derek Carr stinks. He's cooked. I don't know why they would do this, XYZ. So now, fast forward, we're now in week 13, going on 14, and he looks terrible. I mean, this kid, he looks horrible, man. I listen, I was the Derek Carr fan when he came out of Fresno. I liked him. I remember him when he was a little fat kid, when he was, supporting his brother.
Derek, I understand that you are the president of the David Carr for Heisman campaign. Is that true?
Yeah. It's been fun for brother to be up for the Heisman and win the Johnny Unitas Award and all this great stuff happening for him.
I remember him. And the thing is, because, his last name is my middle name. We have a little bit of history here. But the thing is, no, he's not good. He's right now, he is cooked. He's what you call cooked. Exactly what Max Kellerman said was going to happen to Brady. He fell off a cliff. He looked bad last year, and he looks even worse this year. And even this New Orleans fans hate him. If you watch the games, they cheer when Taysom Hill comes in, and they boo when he comes in.
I've never seen anybody really consistently stop that play. Exactly. The fans here are booing. That's the one thing that has worked so far today is Taysom Hill.
And then everybody wants Jameis to come in. So this is a disaster. And then when you look at the rest of their roster and that they decided to preserve, it's actually disgusting. We love DeMario Davis. We love Cam Jordan. We love Marshawn Lattimore. We like Alvin Kamara. He's a running back, but we're not getting to that right now. But the bottom line is they got to be an idiot for everything I just said and then some. So, Charlie, with that being said, I'm going to get it floor to you, sir.
I'll start by saying off a cliff is more like he fell off a curb. I don't know if he had a cliff in him, but I will say this in my defense, okay? The process was sound. If you look at it, the Saints and the Bucks and the Falcons, they're all fighting for this terrible division. And that was my whole thing. That was the premise of my they're like, all right, I get it, but we can win this division. And once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. So I defend the process. All they needed to do was add a middle tier quarterback, and they'd probably be dominating their division. I didn't know Derek Carr was this bad, okay? In my defense, I didn't know Derek Carr was this bad, okay? Derek Carr is like Matt Ryan in Indianapolis bad. He's Carson Wentz, period bad. He's just Carson Wentz at all bad. He's really bad this year. The Saints, it's time. Somebody got to tell the Saints it's time to move on. Okay, the Saints are like that guy that girlfriend broke up with him, and they're just waiting for her to come back, and they still got her hairbrush, and they still got her shampoo, and they just sit in the house playing John Mayer songs still feel like you man, still feel like you man, just waiting for them to come back. She moved on. She's in Colorado with her new man. He's a chef. He can cook. He's not coming back. Their current head coach shouldn't even – they should be an idiot for having their current head coach. He was just supposed to be a space filler. He was supposed to be the rebound guy. He was just supposed to stay there until Sean Payton decided to come back. That's not happening. It's over for the Saints. Blow it up. Get rid of Carr. Get all those veterans, John Elway. Get rid of all of them. Get as many draft picks as you can. You need a long-term answer at quarterback and put quality football back in the Superdome or whatever they call it.
The last thing I'll say before I let Frank go is I was only reason I didn't name Michael Thomas because I didn't want Frank to look at me like I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want him to look at me like he's already done as an asset. That being said, go ahead, Frank.
So I think I got to emphasize the idiot in this idiot because Charlie was writing an apology story for them as to like where they messed up. Where they messed up was by thinking that any of this was anything. Like the Saints are like the biggest discount double check like of what you would call a good roster. And I said this like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That they were not. They were like one of those. Oh, we have Cam Jordan. We have this. We have these pieces. But they're like. Yeah, but they're not actually elite, and now they're getting older. And I don't know if y'all know, but this is football, and a lot changes in the span of a calendar year. So then you take that another year, and you know what I'm saying? Your coach is gone. You got some rebound coach. Like, what exactly was bringing in Derek Carr supposed to do? Like, one, he was cooked last year. And I know you said you didn't realize he was this bad, Charlie, but I judge a quarterback based on what's going on around him. And when you have like an elite weapon and you can't even get him the ball, that tells me all I need to know. So what would happen when you take that guy that couldn't get one of the best receivers in the league the ball and you bring him to a team with lesser receivers and lesser talent in a new system when he's already cooked? What was this supposed to be? Like, why was I supposed to care that they got him? Like, because this is exactly what I expected to see. This is what I was waiting for.
I gave him some Josh McDaniels credit because Josh McDaniels one of the worst coaches we ever seen. I was like, maybe Josh McDaniels just makes everything worse. So I gave him a little bit of credit. It was way too much, clearly.
Even with Carr, like now, like y'all know how I am. I look at interviews and press conferences. Like he got this weird like swag. Like he be talking like every time he talks to a reporter, he's like, that's the secret. I'm not going to tell you. Oh, I'm not going to tell you. It's like a running joke.
I'm never going to tell you.
It's like, I don't know what kind of leadership swag. I don't know. I think it's over with. They just got to move on. I don't think there's nothing else there. Anyways, this has been You're an Idiot, Soggy Nachos podcast. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tell somebody about us,
please.